Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna do the review. Do the review of my adventures with Superman. It was a great show. It's on Cartoon Network. If you get a chance to when you get a chance to watch it, you know, it's a great show. It surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. But when I started watching it, it kind of made me like, okay, I feel this. Give me a sec. Give me one sec. You know, give me a sec. I got to share this to everybody. Probably ain't going to be anybody on this late. Let's see. Now the thing with My Adventures of Superman is it starts off, your same old story. You already know it's the same story how he started, but they kind of do it differently. His dad is still living. Instead of having his dad die, his dad is still alive. And this one is different. He basically found his powers out and stuff, and instead of him going into the Fortress of Solitude, it basically opens him up to a whole new world where, his mother sheltered him away from it because she felt like, that it was too scary, especially for a young kid like himself. He was scared, you know. He was nervous. So it starts off with him, being a intern. He's an intern for the Daily Globe. I think that's what it is. And basically, with him being an intern, him and Jimmy, which they made Jimmy a black guy, which I don't really like the cultural appropriation thing where they make somebody, not the character they were from before. Jimmy was white. I kind of like them to keep the character the same tone and whatever from the comics, but they introduced a new Jimmy. And this one is the best Jimmy that I've seen. He's a black kid. Him and Clark are best friends. And, they're both going to the Daily Globe together. The Daily Planet, excuse me. They're going to the Daily Planet together. And that's when they get there, they run into an opportunistic person, which is Lois Lane. Lois Lane isn't a reporter yet. she's mainly somebody who's up and coming, who's an intern. She had to stay an intern because of all of her shenanigans, which is going against what the chief wants. They made the chief a black guy, which is weird. It's like, okay, so now we made the chief. We made the chief guy, he's black now. So now that we got that going, he basically lets them know, look, you guys' job is only to get donuts and coffee. Now, Lois met Clark a long time ago when he went to the donut shop to get donuts. He ran into her, and that's when he basically was there was an older lady there who runs the place, who Clark always helps out, the mom and her and her husband. And she was basically embarrassing him like a lot of the older women do that see you as a son. They embarrass you in front of a girl that you like. So now you have him embarrassed, and he meets her again when he gets to the Daily Planet as an intern, and that's when she takes him under their wing to go look at this story, which is about the machines, this group who's basically this lady. She's a mercenary, you could say. Somebody hired for money. Once they get the money, they go do what they got to do, which is sell the tech that they got on the black market, get the money, simple concept, simple storyline. They got caught up into it, and that's when Clark had to be Superman, but he wasn't Superman yet, which was different. He wasn't Superman yet, which we could appreciate, him not being Superman yet. But it showed us, how the character development was, how he basically was trying to hide his identity, because since a kid, he was always told, you don't want to let anybody know who you are, because you're not trying to go to a lab or anything. So that's something that I enjoyed, that they showed him, discarding himself, not trying to let people know who he is. Which is the truth. Now, the season, it just showed you Superman being who he is. It showed you him as a character growing. It showed how he cared about those around him, how he didn't want to hurt anybody. Which I like. They ran into Parasite. He was one of the first villains. Well, he wasn't. It was the one girl who was a mercenary. Then you had, of course, Amanda Waller, and of course, Lois Lane's dad, who was in charge of the whole thing. But he was in charge of the whole thing, and it showed you the secrets in this. Showed you the secrets, basically showed you behind the curtain who was really running everything. Amanda Waller really was in charge. She just was making it seem like Lois Lane dad was in charge. She was letting him be in charge because they're best friends. They were caught up in a thing they call it 0 hour and everything, when the aliens came from somewhere else, which were like Kal-El's people. And he thought Kal-El was the same way until he started thinking like, this guy's really a kid. He was a kid during the time if he aged like us, which he does. So he discovered that. And then we got to see, what's up, Lefo, man? Oh, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. It was a good birthday. Got lit, went swimming. I'm gravy, baby. Now, the thing about this show that I love was how you got to see everybody. They developed their characters. They developed Jimmy, how Jimmy had his own podcast and he was calling it another name called Flaming Bird. And Flaming Bird, he was putting out all the alien tag. And Jimmy was right a lot of the times. And it's funny because Lois had to admit it because they had to look in the tabloids for trying to find Superman. They eventually found out it was Clark, and they was just, Lois was mad. And then you had the part I hated was when they brought the Loises in. Then they added the multiverse to it. I kind of got upset with that. Because to me, it's like we didn't really need the Loises coming in. Even though it was cool to watch Pym or whatever his name was. I forgot his name, the bad guy. He's a famous bad guy in the comic book. That was cool to see. But my thing is, I would have left the extra stuff out of it and just would have let it flow like you did. You didn't need none of that bull crap. You didn't need none of it. You didn't need it at all. That's how I look at it. They didn't really need it at all. And that's my only issue with it. Now, the mom and dad in this one, to me, were more relatable than any other past depictions of the mother and father in Superman. Like, point blank, period. They were like light years better. They had an actual like family feel to it. The villains were great this season to be subplot villains, not the main villains. But I enjoyed the villains. The villains were great in this. What's up, Montrese? The villains were great. I enjoyed them. Parasite, and you had the other villains in there. The girl who was the Merc, and they had all this alien technology, and what they were doing was using this alien technology, which was basically from which Superman thought from his people, but to me it wasn't from his people. Basically, it was from somebody else. What I think happened is they didn't really show all of it, but what I really think happened is that his race was fighting another race. They lost. They got Kal-El out of there. That race is around taking planets over, and I think they're the ones who destroyed Krypton. They might have had something to do with it. They done rewrote to me the, how do you say, they basically rewrote the beginning of Superman, which I liked it. I liked this one better. So but when they did the Lois's part, the coming multiverse and crap like that, the one bad guy was just using her so he could get out, and she saw another Superman in another universe that destroyed things, and Clark saw it. After Jimmy saw it, they finally let him know, and he was sad. You saw it hurt him because you got to remember, see, people forget Superman was a baby when he got to this planet. So he's not gonna be ruthless or have the same way of thinking that a person who's from outer space, who's been strong their whole life, would think. He's a little kid. He's sad. He feels like he did wrong. He feels like he's going to be that person. He wants to help. He don't want to be a person that brings death and hurt to anybody. And his dad, he's tried to talk to his dad as the hologram, but his dad is speaking Kryptonian, which I love. They don't have the dad speaking English or his language, because I'm like, how would he know? Like, this is my problem I had in the first original Superman movie with Christopher Reeves. I'm like, how would he know to speak English when he's Kryptonian? Shouldn't he be speaking another language when he's talking to his son? His son understands English because that's what he grew up on. Or what I like to call American. This ain't real English we speak, but from that point on, we got our story going and everything. And then that's when our story continued to develop. And, we got to see Zero Day, where all the villains from each episode got together to take down Superman. They almost succeeded until Superman tapped into his inner self and did what he had to do. Lois, I think at that point, was pissed off at him because she was pissed off at him early on because he didn't tell her he was Superman. And she finally came to the conclusion, that she was wrong, which she was. And they actually talked and they gave each other kisses. And this is what I like. I liked that story better than what the BS story they've been telling us for years with the, oh, well, he doesn't let Lois know he's Clark Kent. Look, if you can't tell that ain't Superman, I don't know what. If you're around Clark Kent every day and Superman, Clark Kent's Superman. You got to. It's so obvious. You get the body build, everything. She was sewing up his shirt because he got kicked out of the party because the one asshole who turned into Parasite was dissing Lois about how she looked, and Superman got offended by that. But overall, it was a great show because they told a story. They told a story. They actually let you know about, how the character was feeling. Clark was real upset at how the general who turned out to be Lois's dad, which you knew from the beginning. If you read the comic books, this all isn't new to you. And he was pissed off. Now at the end, he was finna kill Clark, and then Lois was like, "Nah, don't kill him." And he gotta fall in line because that's his daughter. He loves her. That's the one thing about Lang. He loves his daughter. Like, he disagrees with her, but he loves her to death. The show I would give 4 out of 4. Well, I give it 3.5 out of 4 because I did not like the Lois's episode where they had all the Loises come together. I hated that episode. I thought that was the weakest episode. To me, you don't listen, when you have a good story going, you don't introduce a multiverse to the story. The story's fine. Just let it go. I felt they showed that way too early. They should have brought that into either season 2 or whatever, but I understand it. They showed that to show the aliens that they're going to go against, which seems like a cybernetic type of entity that they're going against, who create androids. They're highly intelligent. They're an intelligent race. So that's gonna be that's probably gonna come season 2. That's probably gonna be season 2, episode 2 or 3, where they kick that off. Which would be dope. And then next season, we're probably going to get into the multiverse again and bring up the other Supermans that have gone bad. You know, they're probably going to mix some comics with comics to make the story. But the story was great. I mean, it was a great show. I give it 3.5 out of 4 because of that. You know, but it was a great show. I think people will like it. Come on, Adult Swim. It's not too gory or crazy, but they show punches. They show people getting beat up, show people dying. So you know how it go. You know, great show. Love the show. Season 2, I expect us to see the Invaders. Season 2 is in the works right now, so that'll probably come out after the writers done did their strike and everything. So, you know. Great story. This is something James Gunn ought to look into. He ought to take this story and use it on his movie. I think it'll work. I'm gonna put the invite in the comment section if anybody wants to get in. But that's my analysis and my reaction to My Adventures with Superman. It's a great show. I think people ought to look at it. The new generation, especially, this is mainly a Superman for you guys. I think you guys would enjoy it. I'm a Superman guy. I love Superman. I just feel like his stories are hit or miss. I think people are too crazy when it comes to trying to create his story. They go overboard instead of just sticking to the script. Like, we should have had Kingdom Come a long time ago, personally. And then after Flashpoint, I want to see that Nicolas Cage fight the Spider again, because that looked dope. That looked dope. That was basically Warner Brothers cracking on themselves, you know. But I saw Blue Beetle. I loved it. It was a good movie. I saw Flashpoint. Good movie. I talked about that. I saw Equalizer 3. I'm gonna do my review on Equalizer 3 and what's the other one? Blue Beetle. And I'm gonna watch Ahsoka later on, so I'll see how that's going. I'm gonna get my review on Ahsoka when it's done. It's going good right now. But you know, you got to keep moving, got to keep working, got to keep dropping stuff, you know. So, but James Gunn ought to take a note out of watching this. He ought to look into it, because I think it's a story where I think people will enjoy it. I think people will enjoy it, and I think people will love it. I think people will enjoy the movie. I think people will enjoy this show. But I think James Gunn needs to look into this. He needs to back this, because you know. What's up, No the Ledge? I don't know why they promoting shorts, man. I do a couple of them, but I don't know why. They been hate on my page, bro. People barely get my notifications or anything, but I don't know why. I can't stand shorts. But James Gunn needs to look into this. I think this will be a good show to put towards the DCU. I think he could do a lot from watching this series. Now, Lois and Clark, I heard Lois and Clark go hard. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. Catch up on that. But yeah, man, it was great. Gotta admit, it was great. Give me a second, y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. My bad. But yeah. Yeah, they don't like putting out the people who gonna tell you the facts, tell you the truth about anything. When I try to talk about other subjects, they submerge my videos because they don't want me to be in that. They don't want me to be in that space. Because they know if they allow my videos to get out how they are, a lot of people are going to be upset that pay them money, allegedly. But James Gunn ought to put forth an effort to really push this series and to actually make a Superman like this. Because we really haven't had a Superman like this. This is how Superman was supposed to be. Now, I got to watch Lois and Clark. That's more when he's older. This is when he's a kid, you know, coming into his own as a young adult. What up, Montrese?
What's up, big homie?
None, chilling. Talking about my adventures with Superman.
Yeah, man, I checked it out. I checked out that Flash movie too. Yeah, I ain't really like that joint, man. Like, I mean, it didn't really like, it didn't really do nothing for me, man.
Well, what you didn't like about it?
It's just, I mean, like, I get the whole point of like him running into his self from the past and him trying to, you know, save his mom and all that, but that, I just wanted to see more out of that, man. Like, Wonder Woman, she didn't really have to be in there. I get, like, I understand why Batman was on there, but
well, Batman, well, basically, did you read the comic book Flashpoint back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay. So Flashpoint, see, that's why I did the video how I did it.
Yeah.
Trying to break down Flashpoint Paradox, which was the animated movie, which is a great movie. If anybody's in the comment section, make sure y'all watch it. That's a classic animated movie.
Yeah,
they
that was
killed
good.
that movie. That was dope.
Yeah.
And then you read the comic book Flashpoint. It's just called Flashpoint, the comic book. And then you got this. This basically, they made it in another universe, which was a separate universe from the paradox that we are accustomed to. So in this one, that's why at the end you saw them show all the worlds and show all of that stuff in the speed zone or whatever they call it, the speed force. You saw them have it in the speed force. They were showing all of it. So it basically was showing you all the timelines and showing you the different universes of what was going on and how that affected it. So it's not the same as that. In Flashpoint, Batman's father was Batman.
You're
He
right.
died. Bruce died. And his mother went insane and became the Joker. So if you watch or read the Flashpoint book and watch Flashpoint Paradox, notice how she was at the end helping him a lot, because she always loved Bruce. She just turned into the Joker. She just went crazy.
Yeah.
So in this movie, they were basically trying to promote Kara because they're coming with a Superwoman movie.
Yeah.
And basically this was tying into Batgirl, the Batgirl movie and stuff that they can. Because in Batgirl, Bruce Wayne, which is Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne, was teaching her, but basically in the deleted scenes, I heard this from I think Sino told me this, where basically he was training a predecessor. Michael Keaton's Batman was the Batman from Batman Beyond, that old Batman. And
Yeah.
he was training Terry McGinnis, who would become the next Batman, which you remember in the future, where he became the predecessor. So in this one, Batman was in it because he was a part of Flashpoint, so they wanted to pay homage to Batman and the 89 Batman and all of that. And they brought that together and they just had the movie going. And Flash basically, instead of it being an alternate reality of him, it basically was supposed to be the reverse Flash. If you remember the Flashpoint paradox and all of that, it was reverse Flash who was doing everything. He's the one who killed his mother in the original story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they couldn't find any evidence of who killed his mom and stuff.
Right.
So in this one, they just went that direction. Because that's what they wanted to do. They went that direction. I enjoyed it because it was the Flash to me. I saw what they were trying to do. So I was like, okay, I rock with this. I see where they're going with this. It's just that Zack Snyder, they took him out and they took that universe out. But I think if they would have kept going the course, we would have got some good movies. But because Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman and then the Justice League, the first movie was so bad, they just got rid of Zack Snyder. Even though he didn't put out the first Justice League movie, he created it, but he was directing it, but his daughter died. So he kind of was lost in limbo. So they just put the movie out and had this other guy produce it. That's why that movie and the second one are so different, like in the visuals and where everything is at.
No, there were a lot of cool parts about the Flash movie. Like I just wanted more, but I do understand. Like I did like the whole like universe. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like when they showed what's his name, the original Flash, that was dope. Like just seeing that was dope. That was dope. I actually look, cause I'm a big like old school head. Like I like history, so when I see stuff like that, I'm always, you know what I'm saying, pop, for shit like that. Like that stuff is dope. Even Nicolas Cage as Superman, I was like, what? I thought that was kind of cool. Like different universes, and then they collide where they were about to, collide. And then just seeing, Flash in that light, that was cool. But I wanted to see more. But I with Michael Keaton, seeing him, it's always cool to see him though. That's my favorite Batman. So
yeah, that's everybody's favorite Batman. To see what he did in the movie was like great. To see his the parts he was in was beautiful. How he explained the multiverse was classic. How he just threw the spaghetti on the plate. It's classic. That was dope how he explained it and stuff. And it's cool how, but see, what people don't understand is the character that Ezra was playing, that's not really our Flash. Our Flash is Wally West. Wally West was the Flash guy we grew up with, and that was after the first Infinite Crisis. If you remember the comic book where Barry died, but he didn't die. He didn't die. He went back to the Speed Force. He went so fast, it looked like his body was undone, but it really wasn't. In a later comic book, we found out he wasn't dead. It's just that he was caught in the Speed Force, and he was trying to outrun the one Flash who was in control of the Speed Force. He was the Speed God, the Grim Reaper who come and get the Speed guys and shit. So it's crazy. But we were on Wally West. Barry died a long time ago, but they wanted to bring him back because I guess that was a guy that, because he was back in the 60s and 70s, early 80s, and then after that Wally West took over. Then they did this new 52 bullshit where they basically brought Barry back, and then they had Wally West, and then they brought another Wally West in, which was a black kid, to try to get more diversity and sell it to the black community and shit. And people hated that one. But you know, is I feel where you're coming from. They could have explained things more. Is to me, it was like a comic book. That's why I like the movie. It was just like how I'm reading. If I'm reading the comic book, that's what Flashpoint was. It was a comic book. That's all it was.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that made sense. You know, I wanted more, but the movie did, you know, a lot of it did make sense because that is who the Flash, like that's what he does. He does that time stuff. You know, he goes, you know, in time. But I mean, what they did was cool to me. Like, you know, him. Anytime I see a movie where somebody's going back in the past, that always gets me too. So that's why I like the Flash, because he could do that. You know, and seeing another Batman, and then everybody else, like what's the one dude, the cyborg dude, what's his name? Is it just Cyborg? But
it's just Cyborg. I know you're talking about. It's just Cyborg.
Yeah, he wasn't Cyborg yet. Like, I don't even think he was in that universe. He wasn't even like big in football yet or something. Like they show like a
well, in the movie he was still a football player.
Still a
None
football
of that
player.
happened to him. So when he went in time and saved his mom, it messed everything up. You had no metahumans. You had no Wonder Woman. She probably still was in the Amazonians and stuff. And then you had everybody else wasn't around. The way they made it, there was no metahumans. It was just Batman in that era. Kara came. She was supposed to protect Jor-El in that universe, but they already caught Jor-El. Kal-El, excuse me, which is Superman. They killed him. You heard the guy kill him and stuff, and then he killed Kara. They're going to use her and everything. So they were on an inverted timeline, which basically means that timeline can't change, whatever you do to it. So that's when Barry realized it and just stopped. And he was trying to stop the other Barry. And that's when the other Barry came, because he was caught in a loop too. And that's why when he came and everything, he was trying to save Kara and Batman, Michael Keaton's character. But you couldn't save them because in that universe, they die. Just how it was when he undone everything. So that's why he had to redo everything and stuff. And even though he redid it, at the end, everybody's like, well, why did they have George Clooney at the end? Well, if you read the New 52, you noticed when he went back in time to undo everything, basically there were some things off, because that's what got into the Dr. Manhattan series, because Dr. Manhattan changed some things before it went back to normal. So that's probably what they were leading to. was that an Infinite Crisis with him, which is the Doomsday Clock or whatever they call it. I think it was Doomsday Clock series.
It's Doomsday Clay, yeah. That's what I think they're gonna go with a second movie. Yeah. I mean, because it makes sense if they do that.
Yeah, but they're gonna go with another Flash. This Flash won't gonna sell because Ezra Miller effed up too much. But it's but
he
they're
did,
not.
he did.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying he did. Well, what I forgot. What did he do? He did something. What did he do?
Oh man, he was beating up people. He beat up a couple. It's on tape. He took a girl, kidnapped her, an underage girl and stuff, and was telling her things, made her change, like coaching her on what to say, what not to say. He did a lot of crazy stuff. Ezra Miller tripping. He wilding.
Man, I knew he did something, but I didn't really look into it. But my cousin was like, man, my cousin just said he's crazy. That's all he said. But I didn't really ask him what exactly did he do. He's like, man, just know he crazy. Dang, well, yeah, they definitely gonna go with another Flash then.
Yeah, because they were hoping for this to bomb so they could be like, all right, now we can go to another Flash. But the Flash they should have started with was Wally West. That was the fun Flash. The other Flashes, you had Barry, and then there was another Flash before Barry. But I really wasn't a fan of Barry. I liked the Wally.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, whatever. But see, that's why it was surprising to me they went with Barry, but I understand because he was the oldest, but he's not really the first character of Flash, but
they could do some things with it, you know what I'm saying, especially after showing all the worlds. They can definitely do something with it, but damn, I did not know dude kidnapped a girl. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ezra Miller, crazy.
Boy got mental health issues. That one.
I don't know what he got. Crazy as hell, though.
But yeah, it's a lot more I gotta check. It's quite a few animated movies I gotta check out with that HBO Max. That's where I watch them all on. They be having all of them.
Yeah. The guy that you saw that was the old school Flash, that was Jay Garrett.
Yeah.
That was the old one. That was the one my dad grew up on, Jay Garrett.
That's the original Flash.
Then it was Barry Allen, and then it was Wally West.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I already knew. As soon as I seen it was in black and white, and they showed that his, who he was. I seen that hat. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that was Jay Garrett. That's why I was like, I didn't know his name at the time, but I was like, yo, that's dope. I wanted to see the Nicolas Cage and the Spider go at it. That shit looked raw. Him and that Spider were going at it, and he just beamed the Spider, just beam. I was like, man, hold up, man. Because see, Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman. He was supposed to be in that Kevin Smith movie. Not Kevin Smith. What's his name? Kevin Smith, the dude from.
No, not Kevin.
No, it's the which one is it?
So,
no, I was right. It's Kevin Smith. Okay, yeah. I get it mixed up with him and Kevin James. Kevin James, the one who was on the King of Queens and shit. That's James. But Kevin Smith, the one who plays Silent Bob, he basically was going to, he wrote the Superman movie, but they kept begging him to put a damn spider in it.
Yeah, I read them. I read that, and my boy Keon told me that that it didn't work out with Nicolas Cage, but
it didn't work out because they were trying to have Superman not fly for half the movie, and they were trying to force this giant spider in the movie. That's why when you see Wild Wild West with Will Smith and them, they got that giant spider in there. That was supposed to go to Superman, but they put it in
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
And Kevin
Yo.
Smith was talking about it on YouTube. If you type in Kevin Smith Superman thing, he'll explain everything to you. And it's
Yeah.
just it's on point. Like what he was saying, they don't know what they're doing. They really don't. Like the movie, like everything is together. What messes it up is these Warner Brother people who think they know everything. They try to add their 2 cents into it, which is going to mess and torpedo the movie. Like they don't listen to their fans. Like if they listen to their fans and give us the movies we want, the people we want, dog, DC Comics, DC would have blew Marvel out the water because DC always had better stories than Marvel. The only difference between Marvel is Marvel takes chances on their C and D level characters, where DC's like, look, they a C and D level character. I ain't trying to deal with that shit. Like Blue Beetle, like they came out with a movie with the Blue Beetle. I enjoyed it. I just watched it. I enjoyed it. But Blue Beetle is more of a complimentary character. He's not a character who can hold down a whole thing. Now, the movie they did actually did a good job. Everything was together, how they did it, but I wouldn't make it a continuation. I would leave it at that, and I would put him in other stories like Young Justice or Justice League, not Justice League, but Teen Titans or whatever. I would put him with them. And then I would do a movie with him in there, but I wouldn't do another Blue Beetle movie. To me, if you do another Blue Beetle movie, you're going to kill the character in which you don't put out.
I agree.
Because he's a complimentary character. He never was a main guy. DC's not going to push their C or D level characters. Now, James Gunn, what he's trying to do is he's trying to build a universe. He's trying to give us the hors d'oeuvres first, and then he's going to give you the dinner, which is going to be Superman Legacy, Batman Bold and the Brave. But like I said, if Superman does not pop off, DC is done. They're over. Superman movies have to pop. It's like I was telling Christian the other day. It's like, yeah, Batman bringing the money. Batman is basically your check at work or your check you get from Social Security or whatever. You got your consistent money. But when Superman hit, and when it's a hit, dog, you bring in money you ain't never know you was out there getting. It just come to your account, just come to your pocket. People bringing you money. That's what happened when Superman hit. But if Superman don't hit, then you can't introduce none of these other worlds, because Superman is basically a being from space. So in order to bring other people from space, you have to have that hit. Superman got to be a hit, or everything else would be for naught. Everything else would be like whatever.
So basically, and I agree with you, but basically, and my little cousin said this, Batman is the man. He said Batman is the man, but Superman is king.
Exactly. Superman's a god. He's the guy. You know what I'm saying? If Superman movies don't pop, it's over with. It just is what it is. You know, it's I mean, it's the truth. If Superman doesn't hit, then it's in trouble. And I hope it does. But this My Adventures with Superman, this show I watched, James Gunn ought to take some things out of that and add to his movie, because the show works. It shows him as a kid. He doesn't know shit about himself, still learning his powers, you know, and then him telling Lois and Jimmy, it was like, okay, that's what you were supposed to do from the beginning. You know, and this is what I'm saying is it's great storytelling. Like if you get somebody who tells a story, who knows how to tell a story, they can make the character good. But if you're just gonna just want the glamour and the glitz, you don't want no substance to it. It's like you'll make some money, but you're not gonna get the residual effects, because nobody gonna come back and watch your shit if it ain't got no story to it.
Right. It's true. Got a Superman, but that's why when Batman versus Superman came out, and I was like, man, like I can't believe they messed this up. But my brother was like, "Why can't you believe it?" Like, I was like, "That I just do. I wouldn't. That was just bad." But and it was cool aspects of the movie, but that movie was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League. The problem with that movie was to me, like, and my boy Keon was saying it. He said because he's real big on comics. He said the problem with that movie was it just wasn't enough. Like he said, there's so many people in Justice League. Like just having them, it wasn't enough. Yeah.
Well, Batman versus Superman. See, this is the thing. They should have took the Injustice storyline when you
Yeah.
did Batman versus Superman happened because of Injustice. When
Right.
the Joker tricked Clark Kal-El into killing, Lois Lane and her and their kid. Like he gave them these drugs that thought that was Doomsday, and it wasn't. It was Lois, and he killed Lois, and then he went and killed the Joker. And Batman, Superman started turning more into a dictator. And him and Batman kind of cross wires. Batman, like, look, man, don't do this. This ain't you. But Superman ain't give a shit. He killed his wife and kid. So that's what it was about. And even in the comic book, I mean, even in the animated series where they went against each other, it was well done. It was brought together. They both were trying to solve a crime that happened in both their cities. Superman came to try to solve it. And him and Batman, did the stick measuring test. Superman won. And it was like he found out that was Bruce Wayne, and then Bruce Wayne put a tracker on him when he threw him, and he found out he was Clark Kent. Then they went from there and they proceeded to stop the Joker and Lex Luthor. That's how you were supposed to do it, but they didn't want to do it that way. First of all, you didn't have to bring Wonder Woman into it. They brought Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman felt out of place in the whole thing. Then to me, you brought Doomsday way too early.
Yeah.
Doomsday came way too early. You haven't even developed Superman yet as a character. You should have went with Parasite, or you should have gone with Brainiac before you did that.
Hell
That would
yeah.
have been perfect to do. But see, they don't know. They thought, oh, we'll give them this and that. This will make it good. No, people, they like that you brought them, but it ain't even look like Doomsday. It looked like Abomination from the Incredible Hulk. So it's like, what are we doing?
Man, yeah, and like I like Dark Side, but like Brainiac, man, like that's my boy, man.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
yeah,
fuck with
Daryl. Yeah, Daryl Clark. I rock with them police academies, man. I grew up on them. That's all my dad had me watching. Nigga, what? You had your one dude who made the voice box. You had him who always made all them little noises, effects, man. He killed it. And then you had the main guy. The main guy, man, he was always pissing the one dude off. I can't think of his name. He was my guy though. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Cause I know my dude name. He was the reason I watched it. Yeah, Mahoney. Yeah, Mahoney was the shit. Man, Mahoney. Mahoney be like, yo, where does that go? Oh, that go to him. Matter of fact, get that to me and get this to him. Man, Mahoney was my dog. And Mahoney stayed with the bitches. He stayed with a fine bitch, dog. He always had him a chick. That's why I rock with Mahoney, dog. Mahoney, my guy. That's my guy. Police Academy went hard, dog. That was my shit, all of them. You had Mahoney. I remember the one movie they had the one white girl with the big titties. It was crazy. They was looking at them titties the whole movie. I was like, yo, these dudes, see, them type of police officers I rock with, because they own the same shit we own. Like, listen, I'm just here for this 9 to 5 and then to go home, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy. Yeah, Mahoney. You had Cadet. I remember the one Cadet, the one chick. Can y'all please move it? Please, can y'all move it up? Listen, mother, I can move it. She raised her voice. Everybody shut up and do what she say. Dog, she was my favorite one. She'd be like, excuse me, could you stop? What you gonna do? What you gonna do with that little voice? I said, Buster, stop. Oh yeah, Callahan. Oh yeah, Callahan can't get the business. Yeah, Callahan was fine, dog. I wanted to smash her. Nigga, Callahan, boy. Who you telling? Callahan was that girl. But you had I mean, that was a great movie, man. See, that's how you do it. You know, then you had Bubba on there. Bubba, who was a former football player, Hall of Famer, Bubba Smith. You know, Bubba, man, was my guy. God rest his soul, but man, Bubba, everybody forget about Bubba, man. Bubba was a great player in football.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people forget about that. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame, but he was a beast, dog, in Notre Dame. Dude played with the Spartans, you know, dude played, dude is a champion, you know, he won with the Colts, you know, dude did his thing, man, you know. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. Really didn't have a long NFL career, but college football, he was straight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was on the Baltimore Colts. Yeah. You know, God rest his soul, man. It was sad when he passed away. But he was a great dude, man. You know, like I said, all the police academies went hard. You know what I'm saying? I got them somewhere around the crib. But my pops used to have me watch all them shits every day. Them shits was hilarious. Mahoney was the shit, though. Oh yeah, it was the golden era for comedy. I mean, yeah, that's when comedy was comedy. It wasn't no sensitivity like now. Everybody's too sensitive now. You can't even joke. If you joke, they gonna ban you for like 20 days and shit, 30 days. Or they gonna try to arrest you just for saying how you feel. Shit crazy. But My Adventures of Superman, y'all make sure y'all see that shit if you in the comments section. It come on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. Shit dope. I didn't like the part where they had the Loises come in. I thought that was too early to do that. If people read the comic books, there is such thing as that. Where there's other Supermans that go crazy in other universes. But this is where Marvel got their idea for the multiverse from. It's from DC. DC's the one who started the whole multiverse shit with Infinite Crisis on Earth. When they did that, that changed everything. And then when they did Flashpoint, that effed everything up. So you had different publications coming out. A lot of people were upset with the Flash because they didn't get to see Thomas Wayne. People wanted to see Thomas Wayne character. And I was like, I did too, because I think Michael Keaton could have played a great Thomas Wayne. That's where I thought they were going to go with it. Him like faking being like Bruce, and he'd be like, no, I'm Thomas. Because if you remember the Flashpoint, he thought that was Bruce, and he was like, he was about to die. Thomas was finna kill Flash, and and he told him like, Bruce is alive in my timeline, and he said Bruce is my son, and that's when we realized he became Batman and his wife became the Joker, and that was crazy. And some people say they made it that way to play off of the Joker and Batman relationship, which I believe. To me, they should have made Joker a chick. And they should have went with that shit. And Batman bang her brains out later. And they go through crazy adventures going at it. Hero and villain. But now Harley Quinn them became popular, so now they're putting her in her own shit now, where she's popular.
Man, that's funny though.
Yeah.
Since she should have Joker and Batman bang.
Yeah.
bang.
I mean, you might as well make Joker the it's like if you watch Naruto, I used to joke. I said they should have just made Sasuke a chick and make them bang. It's crazy. Like, I don't get it, because I told my brother I love you and all, man, but I ain't finna go like when Naruto was to try to bring my dog back to the village. You crazy. Like, man, look, that nigga there gone, man. It's time to make my mark. That's what he should have done. I mean, should have did. But to me, that's just how it's always been and shit. It's like they made it that way, like the crazy, like they put crazy ideas out there and hope it stick. But that's what they should have did with the Joker and stuff. But the Joker character, I never liked this character. I just always was like, I don't like this guy. Like, Batman should have killed this dude, but he makes so much money. It's like, oh, we got to keep him around. Man, I hate the Joker. I've never liked the Joker. I've never liked until I seen Jack Nicholson play the Joker and Heath Ledger play the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix was straight. When I see certain people depict it, that's when I like the character. But overall, I can't stand the Joker. I just think the Joker's a waste of time. To me. There's never been a fan of that dude.
Yeah, Joker's always been my favorite villain in the DC universe and the Marvel universe. I never really had a favorite. There's so many I like. But Joker, it's just something about the Joker, man.
Yeah, I know. My bro liked the Joker.
I just like the fact that like he just don't care. That dude will kill his own people to make a point. That dude do not care.
Right.
Dude be getting punched in the face, be laughing about it.
Right. My guy was Deathstroke.
I mean, I like him too.
Deathstroke was vicious.
Well,
Like, vicious as hell. Kill you on the low.
yeah. That boy is a straight up goon. Yeah, he didn't mess around either.
Yep.
Yeah, he was something serious because he was just dope in everything he did, and he was a shooter too. That's a crazy thing. That boy can fight you one on one with no weapons. He can get you in a sword fight, or he can get you in a gun fight too. That boy can do everything.
Yeah, exactly. Kelsey got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt. He'll be back. Week 1. I don't know, man. I don't see the Lions. I don't see them beating the Chiefs week 1. I see them pushing the Chiefs to win week 1. They trying to make Mahomes the new Brady.
Huh.
That's what they're trying to do, but we'll see, man. I ain't been impressed with Mahomes in the past 3 Super Bowls. So I'm just gonna be honest. I
Hmm.
thought he's been outplayed in all his Super Bowls he played in. So we'll see. You know, he got to show me. I mean, he'll get there. He'll have some great performances before he get there, and then when he get there, he kind of lays an egg, and everybody else kind of saves him. Personally, so we'll see. Cause, cause, um, cause if Deshaun Watson play like he did before he went off them 2 year break, they in trouble. I'm telling people they are sleeping on the Browns. They are really sleeping on them way too much. They gonna be crazy this year. But yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, like people be like, I'm not. When the Browns, no, not the Browns. When the Bengals got to the Super Bowl, I was kind of telling people like, look, I'm not a fan of either no Ohio teams. People think I'm supposed to because I'm from here. No, I'm not. But when the Bengals got there, I really wasn't surprised. I'm like, they was kind of slept on. I'm like, a lot of teams and people be sleeping on because of their history. And I'm like, nah, man, you'd be surprised what teams will make it.
Right.
So yeah, the Browns, they gonna do something. I can already like feel that they gonna do something.
For who?
No, like just for the shit, just for people in Ohio, like people being like like a lot of people in Ohio, they been happy with the Browns, like they been happy with them, like a lot of people expect them to just get wiped out all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but that ain't been the case. Same thing with the Bengals, that ain't been the case, man. They actually been doing a little something.
Talking about the Bengals.
The Bengals and the Browns, like they not just getting stepped on.
Oh yeah, of course. Tyreek and then yeah, the running back. Yeah, I know you talking about. Yeah, Damian Williams. Yeah, he balled out in the first one. And in the second one, McKinnon and Pacheco went off, and um Juju was getting open, and in that last play saved their ass. The hold.
Yeah, man. He was like, "Oh, the Bengals this and the Bengals." I'm like, "Hey, oh, they lost." I'm like, "Hey, they got there. They got to the Super Bowl. A lot of teams, they don't get there.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Exactly.
got to give them that." But I want my Steelers to get there. It's been
That's
a
what I'm saying.
long
I
time.
think I think I think 3 teams out the north can make it. What's up, Mr. Senior 23? I think 3 teams can make it out of there.
Mhm. Man, I should know by now. I probably just ain't caught it. What's your team in football?
Oh, the Bucks.
The Bucks. Okay, okay. I wasn't. I did hear that. Then I was about to say the Bucks or the Eagles.
No, not the Eagles. I ain't never liked the Eagles.
Huh? Or the Bucks though.
Yeah, I remember we beat their ass. They still mad at us.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Jets. Super Bowl team. Man, Jets gonna lose because of Aaron Rodgers. He gonna choke down the stretch. It ain't gonna be nobody else but them.
Mm-hmm. And my cousin was just telling me about that. So we was talking about Aaron Rodgers yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I don't like that dude. I'm like, why? He was like, he's a little bitch.
Oh, you talking about you talking about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, my cousin, he don't like him. He said, but he said he can. He said he could play ball though, but he said he just don't like his personality.
Yeah, he can play ball. I mean, his problem is mental.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he don't like about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like people think I hate LeBron. I'm like, I don't hate that dude, man. I just don't like him. Like I don't hate him. I don't wish bad on
Nobody hate LeBron. Just, I mean, he is like
him.
I keep telling people he a 75-cent ass player, nigga. He a 75-cent player, dog. That's all he is. He 3/4, nigga. That's it. All he is 3/4. Nigga, not even the full dollar.
I agree 100%.
And his game ain't, he ain't got no game, dog. Like his game is so damn retarded. So what are you talking about here? I don't know how people make videos about him. I just let him live his life, man. I don't even care. That whole thing with his son and shit. Everybody making a video about his son. I'm like, I don't give a shit about his son or him. I'm finna talk about them.
Yeah.
What?
What up,
Need to
T?
talk about them.
Well,
You don't have to talk about everything that's in the news or come out. It's like, for what? His son made it. I'm happy for his son, but that nigga ain't my concern. None of them niggas my concern.
I knew his son was gonna make it anyway. That was gonna happen regardless. Like I wasn't even surprised. My cousin told me that. I'm like, I ain't even surprised.
I mean, they're gonna make it. It's just they're gonna make it with his name, but
Right.
Are they gonna be like solid ball players? I mean, I don't know. A lot of kids that are sons of superstars really don't pan out the same way. They're not as good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Gary Payton the second.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Gary Payton second ain't Gary Payton. He's
Everybody
a role player.
Everybody like, oh man, Gary Payton the second is actually. I'm like, yeah, he's a role player. I say the only thing he can pretty much do what his dad can't do is jump high.
Yeah, he's more athletic than Gary was. But Gary had the game. He don't have the game Gary had. And Gary was a straight general on the court. You couldn't do nothing, or he would cuss you out. He'll get in fist fights with your ass. People forget Gary was about 6'4", 6'5". Gary wasn't no small point guard. Like people think he was small. He was big.
He was big.
Ask Bernie Maxwell. Yeah. What happened? What happened when you tried that with Gary Payton?
Oh, that ain't work. Yeah, Gary too much of a dog. Gary was straight.
Ooh, I remember they was talking about when they was teammates. He was finna hit. Gary Payton was finna pick up a weight and hit him with it.
Yeah, I know. I know, because Vernon Maxwell is straight ignorant. He don't give a shit. Vernon don't care. Vernon would have got hit with that weight and came right back throwing hands. Vernon crazy as hell, dog. Like the only nigga who really like put hands on him and still made it to see the next day was Hakeem, because Hakeem was crazier than all of them. He just quiet. Hakeem let his ass know straight up.
Like, I don't know who you think I don't know who you think you talk to.
Right.
And then I remember he was talking about he said he threatened him and Ricky Pierce got into it. He told Ricky Pierce, like, I will kill you up again. I ain't playing with you.
Yeah, Ricky had a mouth on him too. Oh yeah, GP from the Bay Area. I already know. He really from the Bay. Yeah, they built differently. Yeah, you don't mess with the glove.
True. I remember one time Jason Kidd talked trash, and he knew Gary. Like they grew up together. He was like, I don't know if I should have done that.
Right. Oh, so they got these guys as the power rankers. What? They got the Chargers 10th for contenders? Wow. That's funny. Okay, they got Kansas City 1. They got Philly 2. They got Cincy 3. Buffalo 4. San Fran 5. Dallas 6. Jags 7. Dolphins 8. B-More 9. Chargers 10. I don't know. The Kansas City and Philly, I agree with. You could say Cincy. I just don't know. Cincy got a lot of question marks this year because Burrow's gonna be gimpy, and then their defense lost a lot of people. Buffalo depends on if they run the ball. I could see them doing some. If Purdy turns out being good, San Fran will be straight. Cowboys gonna be the same. It's gonna be the end of the year. They're gonna choke. The Jaguars, they could do something. The Dolphins ain't gonna be shit because two are gonna be hurt in week 3 or 4. B-More could win it all if Lamar stay healthy throughout the year. And the Chargers, they just gotta learn how to close.
Gotta wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. The Chargers just have to learn how to close. The Ravens just got to stay away from the injury bug late in the season. And they could do something. The Jags were only 2 catches that were dropped away from beating the Chiefs. So, they could do something. The Bengals, I think they're going to take a step back. I mean, you can still put them contending, but it's going to be tough. They lost their whole secondary. Their D-line is okay. The linebackers are decent. But offensively, Burrow isn't going to be healthy, so we're going to see what he does. Always in some close games. Yeah, I mean, they're a close game team. I mean, the Chargers, the thing with the Chargers always have talent. Like even back in the 70s, they had talent. Their problem is they don't know how to close. Like every team you could go back to about the Chargers always have talent in a team. They just don't know how to close. And they lose all the time. So we'll see. Mid-tier, they got the Jets mid-tier. I guess they trying to give Aaron Rodgers an excuse. So, and you got the Seahawks, Browns, Steelers, Giants, Lions, Vikings, Saints, Patriots, Packers, Broncos, Titans. That's your mid-team. The pretenders, you got the Raiders, Commanders, Panthers, Falcons, Bucks, Rams, Bears, Texans, Colts, Cardinals. I think they got the Colts way too low. I think the Colts are going to be a mid this year. They're going to be within 11 to 22. Arizona's fine where they're at. Rams should be at 31. The Bucks, I say, is at the right spot. Falcons, to me, should be in the mid, which is 11 to 22. I think they're going to have a good team. Panthers are pretenders. Commanders, I would say they're pretenders right now. Raiders, that's fine. The Titans should be pretender. The Broncos should be higher. The Packers should be a little higher. Patriots should be at the bottom at 22. The Vikings, I mean, they're going to be mid because they got Kirk Cousins. You got the Lions, you got the Giants. So it's like, it's whatever you think ought to go. Chargers had number one ranked offense and defense, but somehow missed the playoffs. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, they're just snake bitten.
Shoot. Look at what happened to New England in 2009.
Yeah, they was
They
11
went 11-5
and missed the playoffs. That was crazy. They missed the playoffs. Matt Castle went on that crazy run. That's how he got his deal with the Chiefs.
Yep.
Because he balled out. Oh, I forgot Jerry Rice's son is at USC. That's dope. LSU. Yeah, we beat LSU. Oh, Jason Taylor's son played at LSU. Okay. Tight end. Damn, Frank Gore's son looked just like his ass, dog. And he had Southern Miss. The Buffaloes got a good win this weekend. We'll see what they do against Nebraska. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that season, DC. 09 and 10. Yeah, I remember that. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. Colorado got the win this weekend. Shout out to Dion and them boys. You guys got that win. Florida State won, but I'm not impressed. I still am not sold on Jordan Travis. If we could trade, I would trade him for somebody right now, but I just don't know who because I'm not really impressed with the other quarterbacks either. So we're stuck. Clemson, everybody's counting Clemson out. I wouldn't. Clemson just imploded. That's all. They made a mistake, but I don't think they're out of it. Everybody, all these analysts are trying to tell y'all to keep Clemson out. I wouldn't. I think Clemson's straight. They just got some things they got to clean up, and they'll be all right. Oh, dang. The Bears playing the Packers week 1? That's going to be crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I forgot he was in the house. That's dope.
Yeah, he was. I remember that.
Yeah, Kobe was in there. That was dope. I forgot.
Yeah. I believe that show was on HBO Max.
Oh, in the house.
Yeah.
I need to see if it is. Packers low key might win that. I think everybody counting the Packers out way too early. That's just me. I
I
think,
agree. That's way too early.
yeah.
They ain't no bums. You can't treat them like they bums.
Nah, I think Jordan Love better than what everybody think he gonna be. Bears should win though. I mean, we'll see, man. But the Bears, they should, but you just don't count the Packers out, man. Especially they got a coach, they got they got the receivers, they got the D line. I mean, not D line, but the defense. They got the running backs. So no, but see, the Bears used to beat Green Bay. See, that's what's crazy. Before Brett Favre came, the Bears used to mop the floor with the Packers all the time. The Packers used to win back in the Vince Lombardi days. But after Vince Lombardi left and passed away, Packers getting their ass whooped by the Bears every year. The Bears was whooping their ass every damn year. After that Super Bowl one, they would be in their ass.
Which I still say to this day, everybody's like, "Oh man, what do you think about the Bears?" I say the Bears during that time, I felt like they underachieved.
Yeah, they underachieved. The Bears' problem is they just never had it all. Like they would have a good defense, but they'll have no offense, and then they'll have the running back, but they didn't have the quarterback. And it's just the Bears just always was missing something until 85, where all of it just came together. But the defense, in my opinion, the year after that one was better than the 85, the 86, the 87 season. They was better. But
Yep, because everybody's talking about the 85. I'm like, I felt like the other defenses was better because they were still going to the championship game.
Right, exactly. So that's what I was trying to tell people. Like the 85 Bears, yeah, they won it that year, but the 86, 87 Bears, that defense was hellacious. like they was on some other shit. Yeah, Jim McMahon kept getting hurt. Yeah, he was always hurt. And McMahon finally was healthy for that year. They ran the table. But the Bears always been a team like they'll have a defense, but they just don't have a quarterback. They'll have a running back, but they just don't have a quarterback. Because if you think about it, when they were winning championships way back when, it wasn't that many teams, and plus they had everything. But then when you start adding extra teams, it kind of started deviating out to everybody else, the talent. Right, exactly.
But they
86,
just
87, McMahon was hurt. Yep, that's why they lost to the Redskins. I think the Redskins won that year, didn't they? Didn't they win the Super Bowl that year? Was
Yep.
it 86, 87? They won with, was it Doug or was it the other guy? It was Doug, I
think it
think.
was Doug. I think it was it was Doug. Yeah,
It
it
was
was Doug.
Doug because the other guy, what's his name? That got his leg broken.
Schrader. No, that was the other guy. Well, you talk about Theismann.
Right. Theismann was
The guy
early.
behind him, the guy
He was early.
behind Doug, the guy that was backing up Doug was Jay Schrader.
Right, that was Schrader. Before that, it was Theismann. Theismann won that first Super Bowl for the Skins. Then he got his leg broken. I remember that Taylor hit his ass, broke his leg.
And then everybody was just so shocked. And I was like, the crazy thing was, Lawrence Taylor was more shocked than everybody because he was like, he looked down, he said, "Oh no, I didn't try to break his leg."
Well, no, like Lawrence Taylor really was like, he still to this day is like sorry for that. He didn't mean to really do that. He just wanted to, you know, just put him on the ground. He didn't know he would break his leg, but I mean, it happens. It's like the one hit when the one dude hit the one guy and he fell on his head and was paralyzed for the rest of his life and shit. Like that hit he made.
Daryl Stingley.
Yep.
That's Derek's grandfather.
Mm-hmm. You know, and they blame him to this day. It's like it's football.
I was like, everybody's like, "Oh, are you surprised by that?" I said, "I'm not surprised by that hit because you got to think of the time frame that happened. That was the 70s."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I watched the first take shit with Stephen A and Shannon. I watched some of it the first day and then watched the second day. And I'm just looking, I'm like, man, it just don't seem to me like a debate show. The shit just look like, I mean, how do I say it? It's like you just got people there commenting on things. They're not really debating a point or really talking about a point. They're just actually, I don't know, it's like kumbaya or something. Like they just seem like to me it's controlled. Like
because you know Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna be able to. He's not gonna be able to do Shannon Sharp like he do everybody else.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then it's like, okay, it's like, you know, everybody takes like your take, my take. It's all real. You know what I'm saying? It comes from our heart. Stephen A. just don't sound like, to me, I think Stephen A.'s reading off a prompter or something, or he's reading notes because he just sounds like, okay, it's like this. Shannon's fine because Shannon's passionate. He gonna be fine regardless. Molly gonna be Molly. She just over there. But to me, I'd rather see like a JJ Redick or somebody go at it with Shannon, not Stephen A. Stephen A. To me, Stephen A. is like he's like putting on the show. He's not actually trying to debate, and that's why it's like so garbage and stuff. It's like nobody's really going at each other's head. It's like, okay, here's the kid gloves. You guys box a little bit, but don't go too hard. You know, we don't want to explain to your mom how you got hurt. You know, that's just me.
Well, I was watching. I saw Undisputed, and I was like, well, when they put Michael Irvin up there, I was like, oh, here we go.
I like Michael Irvin up there though, because you know why? Michael Irvin brings the energy. And not only does he bring the energy, he's actually funny as hell. You know, like he keeps you engaged and entertained. Keyshawn brings the analytical and he brings you, you know, the real and shit. He the type he ain't buttering up the Skip. He gonna tell Skip, look, man, I don't see that shit like that. So you need somebody like that. Richard Sherman, as every time he tried to speak, he get cut off. It's like, dog, like it's like let my dog speak. Like when he actually speaks, he sounds great, but it's like every time you can see it in his face. He tried to talk, they cut him off. He just be like, man, dog.
Like, first day,
I'm getting this check.
If I wasn't getting this check, somebody
right. Check. That's how he looked. Like, Man, if I would get this check, I cuss all these mother effers out. Skip would get it, all of them, because he can't say nothing. He'll be like, yeah, man, but this is what happened. Like, he should have, man, but this is the point I'm trying to hit. And he just like, man, mother, oh, God, dog, I'm about to.
That's why they had to. That's why I think That's why this week they had to take him off the set because
they had to. They had to, bro. They had to. Like, if they didn't take him off the set, he wouldn't be able to say nothing. Like, every time he trying to make a point, Michael Irvin get hot and he start going at him. And Rich is like, Rich trying to talk. He can't talk because Keyshawn cut him off too.
They're like what he said. I know I'm gonna say something to make y'all upset, but DB is harder to play than receiver. And they was like, they just walked
that
off.
was hilarious. I was like, thank you. Somebody who agrees with me. Pissed them off. I said, good job, Richard. Richard was like, yep. Got both of y'all asses. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, the debate format, yeah, it's cool now because they moved Skip from the main seat. Skip need to be in that seat. That seat he's in now, that's where Skip need to stay. He's fine right there. Michael Irvin need to be at the center because he has the most energetic and he has the voice. His voice and energy dominates everything. So you want to keep him right there where he's at the center, where he doesn't take too much control of the conversation, where he knows, okay, I gotta ease up now. He knows when to be gauged. Keyshawn, I told everybody, Keyshawn straight. I've known Keyshawn for a long time. Keyshawn is not going with the bullshit. He gonna tell you how he feel. You either gonna accept it or you gonna fire him because he gonna be who he is.
Trust me. You remember what happened when he tried to tell John Harbaugh how he felt?
You said who?
Not John Harbaugh. He tried to tell John Gruden how he felt.
Oh, he did. He cussed his ass out. He went over there to Gruden and cussed his ass out. And then he went to Dallas because you remember Parcells got the job.
Yeah.
So he left.
Parcells, that's his guy.
Yeah, Parcells got the job, so he left. He like, man, F that dude. Because John Gruden ain't a coach like everybody think he is. Everybody try to make him out to be this great coach. He's a great guy when it comes to like quarterbacks. He knows how to work with the quarterbacks. Like if they're older, like he had older quarterbacks, Rich Gannon, and then he had Brad Johnson. Then he tried it with Chris Sims. He almost ended his career because Chris Sims messed around and hurt his spleen, but Chris Sims was trash anyway. He should have never got drafted. He was only playing because of his daddy. And then John Gruden had Derek Carr. He was doing something with Derek Carr. He was turning him around, and then they banned him on that bullshit. But John Gruden think he could just talk to anybody the way he can. And Keyshawn had to let his ass know, look here, man, I don't listen. I don't give a damn who you are. You ain't going to talk to me like that. That's why you see him on the sideline, because Keyshawn just had enough of it. Because Keyshawn was, he was swallowing, he was biting his tongue. See, what people don't realize, Keyshawn wasn't really saying nothing to him. He was going along with it because he wanted to win a championship. But when Keyshawn let that shit get to him, he cussed his ass out and let him know, you don't get tired of talking to me like that. You ain't gonna keep talking to me like he's like, I don't give a F, don't be touching me or whatever. He trying to touch him. You saw he was trying to pat him on the sideline. Nah, man. Keyshawn was like, nigga, don't be patting me. F you, dog. Don't try me like that. Because John Gruden felt like he could talk to Keyshawn like that. You know what I'm saying? He thought Keyshawn was soft or something. Like, and Keyshawn had to let him know, like, man, I'm far from it. So it's like, that's the problem. But John wasn't checking shit or nothing. John came in and gave them a sensibility of, okay, he could call plays. Like he gave the offense, like he opened the offense up more. That's all he did. But we didn't have the talent on the offense they gave John Gruden. The year before, they gave him Keenan McCardell, who was a beast in Jacksonville. If you remember Keenan, I met him in the barbershop, met him and Jaquez Green. They were cool people. I told Jaquez Green, you cool and all, but you a Gator, so I can't really F with you like that, dog. It's like straight up. And he start laughing. I'm like, bro, I don't mess with you, dog. You torched us, dog, with that national title. I said he was trying to talk. I'm like, dog, y'all only won because Ward got hurt. If Dunn when it got hurt, we was gonna kill y'all. Easy money. We beat y'all earlier that year because Ward was running off.
I told Dexter McClendon I went to a football camp that he was doing. Now, it wasn't his football camp, but he was coaching another team. And I said, bro, why did you say that? He's like, say what? Why did you say that about Tom Brady on the side?
Oh, yeah.
So you don't remember when he said Tom Brady overrated?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, why did you say that?
What he said.
He's like, at the time, that's how I felt. But I saw him drive down the field. I said, oh, no. I shouldn't have said that.
Right. Well, yeah, DC undisputed more authentic because everybody on there is themselves. You got to understand, ESPN, dog, your balls is in a purse. You can't really be who you are. It's only certain shows where guys could do what they want to do, but even they can't be all the way how they want to be. I mean, you can't do that. Over there, they allow Key and all of them to be who the hell they are. They gonna be authentic with that's who they are. That's why I kept telling everybody was hyping up first take, and I'm trying to tell people like, bro, Stephen A is trash, and Shannon is good, but Shannon needs somebody who can match wits with him, like go at it with him. Stephen ain't finna go at it like that with no Shannon, nigga. Come on. That was more like a buddy cop segment. It was so trash. It's like oh, is y'all
him and I think him and Michael Irvin. Oh Lord.
Shannon and Michael Irvin, man, that show will be canceled. It'll be canceled. Listen, they would stop. Dude, him and Shannon, dog, I could just picture it, man. You can't talk about my Cowboy. You can't talk about my Cowboy like that. Shannon, look, Mike, playmaker. Listen, you were good, but these Cowboys, playmaker, these Cowboys, like, nigga, dog, that would be the most electrifying show in history. If you have Michael Irvin going against Shannon Sharp, just talk about Dallas every day. That's it. Dallas versus whoever. Man, that's going to be classic. Because Michael Irvin's passionate. Shannon Sharp is passionate. Stephen C. Smith at one time was passionate, but he done lost that. His balls are gone. The boss has got that. So he can't even really go at Shannon how he need to go. How you need to go at him. Because like he looked like he nervous to say something because he know he can't use that, like Trey said in the beginning. He know he can't do that bullshit with Shannon. You can't come with that bullshit because Shannon gonna eat that shit up. He was eating his ass up the past 2 days. Shannon killed the man so much and saw so little of him. He called the nigga Skip. That just show you, dog. He ain't even on Skip. Dude, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Stephen, don't nobody respect Stephen C. Smith.
And he was like, Skip, oh my bad, I'm sorry. It's been 7 years.
Right.
I was with Skip for 7 years, so I'm used to saying it.
And then you see Molly, you don't know if Molly want to jump on Shannon. She be looking at Shannon all segment. So Shannon, tell us what you think about this. Like, damn, bitch. You trying to smash like right here? Like right here, like it's so obvious, like what you're doing. Like you done undressed this nigga like 8 times. It's like nigga. It's like, what are we doing here? I thought she was gonna hop on top of him. We was gonna get some action. I'm like, okay, this is the real first take. Let's go. Shit. Here's the thing, Skip. I mean, Steven. Yeah, he gonna say Skip. And the thing that's funny about it is, Undisputed ain't said anything about these niggas. They ain't say nothing about them. That's why I keep trying to tell people, y'all keep listen. I'm not a Skip Bayless fan. I don't like him. I thought he should have been canceled for the shit he said about the other athletes that were more egregious than what he said about DeMar Hamlin. I felt like he should have been gone a long time ago. But the one thing I give Skip credit on is, man, Skip know how to put a show together. He just does. He know what components to use. At first, it might not work, but then it starts to flow. You got to understand, like Skip knows how to do his shit. He know what to do. People just don't like Skip because they like, oh man, he this type of dude and everything. Yeah, he's an elitist. He's a narcissist. Yeah, he's all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But to say Skip is racist and shit, I'm like, I mean, you can say that. I don't see it because Skip only mess with black people. Like, for real. I'm not even making this up. I don't like Skip, but Skip only hang with brothers. That's all he do. Like, he the only white person I could see surrounded by 3 alpha men, black men. Like black men, and he ain't calling the police.
No, because I think he's like, dog. I think he was practically. I think he said something like he was like he had a. I don't know if the lady was housekeeper.
Yeah, he was raised by his parents and them had slaves and shit. They had housekeepers. They were black, and the lady would take her over with her family and stuff. He used to hang with that family a lot. He not close to his family. He more closer to the blacks, like than whites, really.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Like when he used to talk about Ernestine. Nobody. I was like, I wonder what Ernestine looks like. And then one day they brought her on the show. I was like, oh, that's Ernest. I said, that's Ernestine?
Right. But I could tell she laid back. She's laid back because he's more aggressive and out of here. So like I said, Skip winning the divorce, if you ask me. Man, Skip gonna win down the line because people gotta understand. No matter how much y'all love Uncle Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, he would have never had that without Skip. It's just facts.
And he's told people that, like, right. Bro, I hate Skip. Like, he probably don't like Skip, but he's like, if it wasn't for Skip, I wouldn't have none of this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, it's just I don't think he hates Skip. I just think he just got to the point he was tired of working with him because he felt like he was equal. Like he felt like he should have been treated this way and that way, whatever. But you gotta understand, it's his show. Skip made you at the end of the day. Like, regardless of if you say what you say, like, dude, it's his platform that opened you up to being great. Like Stephen A as well. Like Stephen A, nobody would have known Stephen A if it weren't for Skip. Skip dug this dude out the grave because after he did Iverson the way he did, man, ain't nobody rock with Stephen A after that. That's why when he lost his show, nobody gave a shit about his show. We was like, good, you bitch ass nigga. How you gonna diss AI like that? And he got you that job. Everybody knew about that. That's why when Cino talk about it, everybody be trying to tell me, I'm like, dude, I grew up, I know I'm an AI guy. I grew up on Bubba Chuck, so I know all about Bubba Chuck. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me. I know about Stephen C. Smith. He ain't shit. He always been ain't shit. He always looked like a salamander to me.
Just like with him and him, who was that? It wasn't Allen Iverson. him and Glenn Robinson.
Yeah, Glenn Robinson was finna beat his ass, but Glenn couldn't beat his ass because Glenn still was playing. If he would have beat his ass or laid hands on him, he would have been banned from the league. You know what I'm saying? But and Glenn still do shit with the league, so that's why he ain't never knocked Stephen C. Smith bitch ass out a long time ago. Steven talking about all this shit. I'm like, dog, you only made it because Glenn ain't want to mess his paper up, bro. If Glenn ain't give a shit about that paper, the deal with the NBA, and Glenn would have mopped your ass up from the end of the flow to the other end of the flow. It would have been so beautiful to watch you get your ass whooped. But he wasn't finna do that. He ain't finna lose his money, which he used to feed his kids and his wife, nigga. You out your mind.
It did. I don't know who that guy was. Remember that time? I don't know. I think it was on ESPN too. They brought some hockey player or baseball player on some show. He doing the interview with the guy. I don't know what question he asked. Well, whatever question he asked, he set him off. It must have set him off, man. That dude got up out his chair, got up out the chair, and choked the guy on national television.
Who choked him?
I want to say it was that Rome guy.
Oh yeah, Jim Rome did get choked. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he got his ass whooped and shit. Yeah, I remember that shit.
I don't know what he asked him, but I don't remember what he asked him. But
I know what you're talking about.
That man that white man get up out that chair. He said, he just reached across and choked him. I was like, oh no, oh man.
I think it was Jim Everett. Jim Everett beat up Jim Rome on live TV.
And then, of course, this week has been crazy as far as the college football scene.
Oh yeah, that's why he kept calling Jim Everett Chris Everett. It was a chick who played tennis. They kept calling him Chris Everett instead of Jim. Oh, I saw, yeah. And he grabbed his ass and he started beating his ass. They had to run in there to break it up. I remember that because he told him, you ain't finna say it to my face again. And he said it. He threw the table over and started beating Jim Rome ass. Man, yeah, man, because Jim Rome, one of them dudes who got a big mouth on him, but can't fight. Talk all that shit, but can't fight.
I'm like that. I'm like, that is Jim Everett. Jim Everett.
Right. He kept calling his ass Chris Everett. The chick played tennis. And he was on the show and he said, you be talking behind my back and all this. And he was like, yeah, I'll say it to your face. So he was like, oh, okay, then. So that he was like, I bet you won't say it again. So he called him Chris Everett. He got up and threw the table and started wailing on Jim Rome. They had to break it up. But it's funny it took people that long to come break it up.
He didn't think he was that strong.
Right.
Oh man, he's a quarterback. He ain't that strong. Yes, he is. He's strong.
Yeah, he plays quarterback in the NFL. I think he would be strong, dog. Like,
shoot. Then I remember that time. I think this was around the time Michael Irvin got in trouble. He showed up to the facility, and all the media people wanted to talk to him, and he didn't want to talk to him. And he was like, "Man, y'all need to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Go get." Man, they all up in they come in the locker room, man. He see them camera trying to sneak and look on the other side of the locker room. Man picked up Michael Irvin pick up a trash can and threw it.
Yeah, man, because they be wanting their own privacy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Skip Bayless been hanging out with brothers since he was a kid. Yeah, because because they had a slave and she was a black woman. Well, she wasn't a slave at that time. They called them housekeepers, but she was a slave. And she basically used to take Skip over with the kids, her kids and stuff, and Skip used to play with black kids and stuff. He always would chill with the brothers. He always did that. It's just that he he was chilling with the brothers. He never really chilled with white people, dog. He don't really mess with them. Like he don't really rock with white people. Yeah, like he really don't rock with them like that. Like Jay, I remember people remember Jay Crawford on the show, and he left when they made it. He left like early, like when they first became First Take. He left because he got tired of like just the same topics every day, the yelling and screaming across. He wanted to get back into being, news journalist and broadcaster, all of that stuff. So he took the ESPN gig, but he would say, man, he delusional in some of the takes that he take and stuff. And I'd be like, you could call him delusional, but that's how he feels. Skip don't care. That's how he feels. He gonna tell you how he feels. Me, I'm the same way. So that's why I give him props on that. I don't like the dude. Like I said, I felt the dude like the Damar Hamlin thing. I was the only one who really didn't have a problem with what he said because he really didn't say nothing wrong. It's just people are so sensitive now, and then they saw a man die and get resuscitated. They jump to a conclusion like, oh, we need to cancel him. Well, you didn't want to cancel him when he was dissing Allen Iverson. You didn't cancel him when he disrespected Kobe Bryant. Y'all didn't cancel him when he disrespected so many other people. But you guys don't have a problem when he dissed LeBron. Y'all was cool with that. Y'all was cool with all this other shit.
My only problem with that situation, I said, bro, I get what he was saying, but that was just terrible timing. Just bad timing. I understood it like he was basically saying like the show, like you just can't stop a whole game. The show must go on.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, like he was right about that because they were having confusions near the end of the season how to put everything together. It's just that they tried to use Damar Hamlin's near-death experience for trying to cancel him. That's what I had a problem with. Don't use this man's death to cancel him. Y'all should have canceled him a long time ago. That's my only issue. It's like, don't try to piggyback off of him to get your point across. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. I'm not going to do that with anybody's health or anybody. I'm going to tell you why I feel you should be canceled just by what you've done. But see, people felt like, okay, right here and there, this is how we could get them. It's like, okay, even if you do that to Skip, dog, Skip can always go somewhere else with his show. People going to listen to a Skip baseless. They're going to listen to him because Skip is passionate about the bullshit he speak. And people care about people who are passionate. They'll listen to people who are passionate. Me, I'm up here. All the shit I spew, I feel that shit. That's the side I chose. Some of these other people ain't gonna have that same side. They finna go with the popular opinion. They're gonna go with what the popular person says. They're gonna go with this person who says this instead of actually going through it, watching it, actually doing research on the shit. They don't do that no more. So yeah, you want to cancel them, but Skip at the end of the day will always bounce back because that's who he is. He's a fighter. He's gonna find ways. That's why I was trying to tell everybody is that his show and everything, it worked with him and Shannon. Wherever Shannon goes, he's never going to have the same compliment of a Skip. But Skip can always find another Shannon. It's just the facts. He can. He can find another Stephen A. He could find another Shannon Sharp. He can.
And that's the way he's looking at it. with the lineup he has. It's not like I can always find another guy to replace Shannon.
Right.
Everybody was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "I don't think it's gonna be as successful as it was before, but
Right.
I don't think it ain't gonna be terrible."
No, it's not going to be terrible. I think it's not going to be successful with Shannon because Shannon just brought a different dynamic. He had the entertainment side, but you could find somebody else to come in and debate and it'd be interesting to watch and stuff. Keyshawn Johnson does a great job. I told everybody Keyshawn's going to probably be the guy that's going to be the main guy, which he should be, because to me, he's more compatible with going at it with Skip. Mike is good to bring in, put him in the host seat, like the moderating seat, put him there for like Monday, maybe Tuesdays, but you can have him for a show. Richard Sherman could come in time after time. You know, you don't really need Richard on the show. You could have it go Skip into him. And then to me, I don't know why they got rid of the one little moderator, the one Jen chick that just left. I mean, you could have kept her there, but I guess Skip ain't got time for these bitches. They be tripping. So he like, bump it. We'll do the moderating. I don't bump all that.
And why everybody's like, why? I say, you notice the difference when Maria Taylor was on Undisputed. Now she's on the other shows. Everybody's like, what's the difference? I said she's allowed to speak a little bit more.
Right.
When she was
Joy Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, when Joy Taylor on the other show, she's allowed to speak a little bit more. When she's on Undisputed, she barely spoke.
She didn't speak at all. And the only time she spoke was when it was like, what, an assault case or something with a man and a woman, some dumb shit. It was stupid.
Yeah, but I said she can speak now because everybody's like, what? What? I said because she actually her brother played in the NFL, so she kind of knows about sports a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, she knows a lot about it. Like when she speaks, she knows what she's talking about. So that's why when she's on that show Speak, she actually makes the show. Shady just get on my nerves. I just be like, somebody please sniper rifle this dude. right now. Just sniper rifle.
That's why when they was like, Skip knew right away, this ain't gonna work.
But I knew that when Cino mentioned it, when Cino was like, oh, LaShawn McCoy, I'm like, bruh, that I already knew that wasn't finna work. I knew that when he said it. I said, bruh, Skip is gonna have his foot in that dude's mouth and stomping him out. Skip will hurt this dude, dog. I'm telling you. Skip will shoot this dude, dog. I'm dead serious because I know how Skip is. And he's a control freak. He likes things done a certain way. And Shady come in talking about rapping. Nigga, what? If you ain't Lil Wayne, nigga, you ain't allowed to rap on his show, bro. That's just facts. Unless you somebody big time who rap, he ain't letting you rap.
Yep.
And then what he need to do, he don't need to bring them Young Money dudes back. Just leave them away. Just keep it with Key and just have Lil Wayne come once in a while. That's it.
Send them away.
Yeah, put them away. Put them niggas in the back. Like, don't let them come out. Don't even put the camera in their direction.
Well, I was like, why? I said, why you bring him on? I said, Lil Wayne is basically like, look, I'm getting paid regardless, cause every time they play this intro song, I get a check for that. So,
oh, exactly.
Shit, he better be.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I'm like, they got him up here. I'm like, they actually got this man up here talking about sports. I was like, oh no. I'm like, that's not what Wayne does.
Oh, you talking about that one white girl, Christine Lady or something? I think that's her name, or Leahy or whatever. He told to stay in her lane. Yeah, she needed to stay in her lane. She knew what the hell she was talking about.
And then it was out. Then everybody was like, "Oh man, did you Because I actually got a chance to watch that Colorado game. Oh boy, mm, 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 mm. I did not see that happening, but it happened.
What with the TCU?
Yep, I thought it was gonna be close, but I said TCU still might win, but it's gonna be close. It's not gonna be no blowout.
Well, my thing is, I knew it was gonna happen because all those guys from TCU are gone, and then and I just knew they would be good because of I've seen their camps, I've seen their games. Their I think it's the black and gold game or whatever they call that color, and then they were balling. I seen that, and I knew they were gonna do well in that game. My thing was I didn't think it was gonna be that high scoring. I thought it would be something like 17-14, but he got to work on that defense, bro. Like that defense is terrible. If you know the linebackers, I don't know what they're teaching their linebackers, but they were not reading the triangle at all. Because if you saw the play where the quarterback broke that one play, the linebacker that was to the I think to the field, because they were on the left hash, I believe, or they're on the right hash, offensive view, left hash, defensive view. If the linebacker would have read how he was supposed to read it, he was supposed to go down and hit the quarterback. He took an inside angle and basically opened up the outside. That's not how you're supposed to go against an option. The end guy, which is usually your end or outside backer, is supposed to take on the guy who gets the ball, and the other guy who's the furthest to the end takes on any, cutback or outside reverse. They weren't even doing none of that shit. So that's how I'm like, well, what are you teaching your linebackers, bro? Your linebackers, if you don't tell your line, it was in the Florida State Clemson game too. They weren't reading the triangle. They were too busy. If it wasn't for the ends and the outside backers being athletic or the nickel backers, we'd have got Florida State would have got gashed, like worse, like terrible, if it wasn't for the athleticism. That's the difference between us and Colorado's defense. We got more athleticism on our defense than them. But their defense, if they clean up some of them things, man, they're gonna be Colorado gonna be dangerous. If they could clean up some of
Oh man, what's your thoughts on them? I said, bro, if they can clean up some of this stuff, they can run the table this year.
They can. I really don't see anybody in the Pac-12 really could beat them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think when do they play? I think they play. They play USC in October. I think.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I said, "Uh oh, that is gonna be lit."
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. But
like I said, like I told everybody, I told everybody on the I think I was on Twitter. I was like, told you, Travis Hunter a dog.
Yeah, he is, man. He's a dog for real.
And then everybody was like, well, what do you think? To me, I know he can play corner, but I think he a better receiver than corner.
You think so?
Because the way I'm like, the way he catch the ball is just, I was like, dog, how? How did you catch that? How?
Right. Yeah, he got a good catch radius. I give him that.
And then I don't know who that freshman was. Oh my God, he was tearing TCU defense up.
Was it number 10?
No, it was number 6 or number 3, the running back.
No, number 3, the running back. He was there last year, I believe. He was killing their ass too. That's Edwards, I think. And
Every time they threw him the ball, I'm thinking, okay, he's probably finna run about. Man, he run right past them. I'm like, what are you gonna do? What can you do?
all right.
And I said, well, I even said like he got the skill position there now. I don't think he needs to work. If he can fix the trenches, they're definitely going to be a major problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can see it now. When they go in there, everybody's like, what do you mean? You can see when they go in there, when they go in there for their schedule, Dion gonna be like, yeah, I want Alabama on the schedule. I want LSU on the schedule.
Well, that's what they're trying to set up. They're trying to set up a matchup between him and Nick Saban. That's what they're really trying to push. That's why they got him in all these commercials together and shit. They really try to push them.
Yeah, cause I was like, when he go in there, they get ready to make that schedule. He gonna be like, I want Alabama on the schedule. I want LSU on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I want Georgia. I want them all on the schedule.
Yep. I agree. I see that.
Yep, because that's basically what he's trying to do. He's trying to build a team to where he can put those guys on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody was like, oh, I'm so shocked that who was that? That Clemson lost to Duke.
Oh yeah. Well, Clemson lost because they fumbled the ball twice in the red zone, but they really gave that game to Duke. If Clemson didn't have those turnovers in the red zone, they win that game. Duke's not all that to me. They hyping that quarterback up. He wasn't all that either. What's his name? Number 13. Leonard. I think it's Leonard. But he's not that good. The quarterback for Clemson, he's okay. He's not in the top tier QBs they usually get. But that's the reason they lost the game was because of the turnovers. And, they put their defense in bad spots and their defense got scored on. So I'm not buying that. To me, that's an aberration. Clemson to get back on point this week. I ain't worried about that. I'm still nervous about Clemson. But Duke, I'm not worried about Duke. I think Florida State, I think we could hang Duke easy. I don't really see them.
And I don't know what's up with these. I'm like, bro, y'all need these small schools. Y'all just need to stop. Y'all need to stop playing these Power 5 schools. Y'all need to quit. Y'all just be setting yourself up for slaughter.
Who you talking about?
Who was that? It was a lot of. I know Portland State. They played against Oregon. Oregon scored like 81 points on them.
Well, basically, you know why they do that, right? Because they get paid. They get paid a huge amount of money. The school does to let them play them schools. Like the Oregon pays Portland State and them money. So that's the only reason why they take it.
Yeah, but I'll be like, dog, if I'm Oregon, I'm telling my freshmen, get ready. Because this game going to be over by halftime.
Yep.
I'm like, all the freshmen, all them dudes that be at practice, they practice hard and don't play. I'd be like, get ready.
Mm-hmm. But that's what they do. Shoot, they get paid that money. That's why Dion said, "Man, we ain't accepting that shit." I wouldn't accept it either. I'm not gonna accept that money for us to get our ass whooped. It's like, damn.
Yep.
Just to get your ass blown out like that, that's crazy.
And then something told me Florida was gonna get beat by Utah. Something told me that was gonna happen.
Man, it's that coach, dog. I can't even blame Anthony Richardson last year. It's that coach. That coach is terrible. Like his preparation, getting his team together, just the disciplinary things. He's an F, dog. Like they came out so lethargic. And then when it was time for them to try to do something, they just couldn't get it going. In Utah, they just switched up their quarterback and ran it all over there.
I'm like, and that's the crazy thing. They start quarterback. He didn't even play.
He did, and he was hurt. They had the second string guy. He threw a long bomb to that one dude, Money something. I knew he created his name. And then you had the brother come in because the other quarterback wasn't doing shit. The brother came in and scored, I think, a couple touchdowns. He was running all over their ass.
Yep. And then I was watching. They was talking about Tennessee. They was like, "Man, did you see what happened in Tennessee?" I said, "Man, what happened?" Man, they showed me a clip. I don't know who that quarterback was for Tennessee. Dude tried to run. He was running. He ran. I'm like, okay, he ain't finna make this. He finna get stopped. Man, that quarterback gave that defender a mean stiff arm. Like, get up off me.
Oh, for real?
Yep. And
It was in
speaking of,
Tennessee game.
yeah, it was Tennessee game. and, and speaking of players with funny names, you ain't go. I saw something on the internet that tickled the hell out of me. They was talking about, oh, this guy, he got a new NIL deal with a underwear and sock company. And I was like, okay, he got a NIL deal. They showed his commercial, this little promo thing he did for the NIL deal. And he said that he was like, oh, there's a new general in town. And I was like, man, what's that guy's name? This dude's name. They was like, man, this dude's name is General Booty.
General Booty. Oh, I know
Yeah.
you're talking about. I remember that
I
white boy.
was like, no. I was like, no,
I
dog. This
remember
got to be fake. I was like, no, this got to be fake. And they was like, no, that's his actual name.
Yep, General Booty. That's his name.
And I said, well, that's kind of smart with you signing an NIL deal with a underwear and sock company.
Mm-hmm. That's how you supposed to do it.
Because your name is General Booty, and you need you need underwear, and he had some underwear. He had underwear with his last name on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they was talking about Will Levis signed a lifetime contract with a mayonnaise company.
He gonna need it because he already hurt. From what I heard, he already hurt and stuff because they've been hating on they've been trying to have Will Levis take out Malik Willis, but Malik Willis outplayed him in preseason and in practice. He was doing them so bad. They had to try to make it even by having them switch every like series or something.
Yep.
They were trying to do everything they can to help that white boy, man. He couldn't do it. He couldn't beat him. And I told people Will Levis wasn't all that in college. But everybody is so numbers oriented. Oh, he was this percentage from. I'm like, yeah, he that from that, but still, like in the games they really needed him to step up. He was throwing the ball wide left. He wasn't connecting in the clutch. So so that's all I'm saying. So I don't understand what's up with all this hyping these guys up. I know you need your white quarterback, but actually pick a white guy that's good. I'm just saying. I don't have a problem if the guy white or Asian, whatever. If he could play, he could play. But don't just keep recycling these sorry ass crackers. They trash. Let them go to their next endeavor. They white. They'll make it in the world. Trust me, they'll have a job waiting for them when they outside of football. Yeah, Skip don't like his own brother. I don't think it's they don't like each other. They just don't rock with each other, dog. They don't have nothing in common.
Because he rarely acknowledges his brother.
Right. They don't have nothing in common.
That's why I always say, I'm like, I be like, dog, I be watching Travis Kelce and his brother Jason, they do their podcast. I'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, hi. I'm like, bro, how are you two brothers?
Man, I can't stand them two dudes, man. I'm getting sick and tired of it.
It was like I could just see the difference in both of them just right away. I'm like, yeah, Travis is more laid back, and Jason is just all over the place.
Right. I don't know. I just can't rock with none of them. I don't like they shit. I'll be like, all right, whatever. Moving on. You saw the Tommy episode, Trey?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Did you like it? I got to still see it. Did you like it?
It was cool. I had to watch because I didn't see season 1. I had to watch that before I saw season 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like,
you hollowed
them. I'm like, their whole family just, boy.
It was crazy.
Yeah. He gonna try to the dad basically gonna try to manipulate the brother and try to make it seem like, oh, Tommy was trying to set you up and all this. He's like, man, look, it's like, I ain't trying to set you up. Your daddy had when I tried to tell you. Why you think I was trying to tell you to leave town? Because your daddy wanted your girl dead. He basically wanted that girl dead. That's why I told you to leave town. And he tried to leave town, but it was too late.
Yep.
And now Diamond, him and his brother, they don't get along no more.
Well, I remember why they didn't get along. Yeah, because his brother did him. His brother started doing some shiesty shit on the low. Found out about that shit, and they ain't cool.
I was trying to figure out when they got shot, when Tommy and old girl got shot at. I was like, who is that? And that was Diamond's little brother that did that. And now they split in half. I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen with that. And then I'm now
Yeah.
that they got to deal with this new detective. This new detective is basically gonna be on their ass this season.
Right. Do what Paul Pierce funny. He talk about the commercial him and Kobe was shooting. That Kobe kept knocking the ball out of his hand. Oh man, that shit hilarious. How much you think the Chiefs winning by Thursday?
Probably 20 or 10.
Yeah, I was thinking 10, maybe 17.
Because once the festivities are over, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. It's like, okay, it's showtime now.
Exactly. Oh shit. African countries offering citizenships. Man, y'all might be seeing me in Africa, boy.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, free citizenship.
Sound good to me, goddamn it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an open invitation.
No one needs to save
Sure.
me.
Right.
So you're gonna see international HD.
Ha ha.
Yep. I watched the 30 for 30 they did on Bill Walton. Boy,
You did a 30 for 30 on Bill. What they talked about?
about his career and all the stuff he was doing, like when he got hurt and all this other stuff, and I was like, dog, just looking at him, I was like, no wonder why he wore his hair like that. That dude's a straight up weed head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all Bill used to do was blaze.
And then they was talking. Then I remember somebody, who was that? Don. Somebody brought up Don Nelson and it was like, are you surprised Don Nelson partakes in marijuana? Nope.
Nah, you could tell by looking at him.
And Steve Kerr, he basically admit that he smoked marijuana.
Yeah, we know, but he don't get no ban for it. Crazy.
He's like, yeah, there's somebody like, oh, who's the best blunt roller on the team? It's like, I forgot who they asked that, but somebody was like, man, Steve Kerr. That's what I said. I said you never know. Some of these coaches and owners partake. They just never talked about it.
Mm-hmm. God damn, this girl got hit in the face by a brick.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, what the hell going on in Texas?
Well, somebody brought something up on her and shit. This dude, like, she got a video where she wilding out. Hold on. Okay. Every black woman is kissing other black women. Okay. We are the unique protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breasts, with our bodies. We're the ones. Oh. Well, I see why she got hit by the brick. Because she was out wilding out, and I guess she came home late. Dude hit her with the brick. I keep telling these chicks, man, y'all better stop dealing with these crazy. These dudes don't play no more. They don't play. They don't care about you or that other dude. They will kill you and that other dude. They don't care.
You seen what happened to the guy? The guy that went over there was trying to get OJ stuff. I'm like, he killed. I said he killed Nicole and he killed that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I'm like, why you kill the dude for? It's like, what did he do?
Hey T,
Yeah.
the glove didn't fit. He must have quit.
Right.
I don't believe he did that. I believe he either knew about it or had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the signs were just too obvious. You out here making videos and basically like if I making books talking about if I did it.
Yeah, right. Oh shit.
And people was like, I knew some people was like, man, I believe he did that shit.
Well, what you mean?
Like when he was out here making videos and talking about, I think, yeah, he made a book talking about if I did it.
Oh, you talk about that? Oh, what's
Oh,
up, king of college football? Yeah, because you don't watch NFL no more, but you still betting on the game, so you good. So yeah, you run college football now. I know you cleaned up this weekend. This weekend coming up gonna be some tough games. Cause we know you don't like pro football no more.
that was his mouth face.
That boy was done when Brady lost, man. Oh, he said, I'm ready. Okay. See, don't say he ready for this weekend. That's what I'm talking about. Saturday gonna be off the chain. I can't wait for that Alabama-Texas game. That shit gonna be crucial.
Yeah.
He said, I did my research. I was done after the Super Bowl. Yeah, I saw you was. You was done. Everybody was done after the Super Bowl because everybody was pissed off. They was like, how the hell they got this weak ass turf out here? That was they put that turf. I kept telling everybody they put that turf out there to slow everybody down because Mahomes came in there with an ankle injury. They had to make Mahomes look good. Chiefs fans don't want to hear that shit. Texas will get destroyed. They're all hype. Yeah, Texas gonna lose. Yeah, I know that. I don't know if they're gonna destroy, but I know they're gonna lose because it's gonna be a different game this year. But they're gonna lose though. I think Alabama beat them again this year. But yeah, Texas, yeah. What show you got, Sino? You got Undisputed or the new First Take? Which one you enjoy the best? I think you stopped watching Undisputed because of the skip shit with DeMar. Running game. Trust me, the running game is on point. Texas lost 2 of their best players from last year. Yeah, they did. You're right on that. They sure did. Yeah, Undisputed. Yep, I said the same thing. I'm finna do a video later talking about it. I watched the first take. It's like they on the show, but it's look like they being looked over by their mom or dad. Like, y'all better not do nothing bad on this show today, or we gonna talk to y'all in the office. I swear they look like that. And Shannon looked like the kid that was bad. They never said anything. It's just the look at their face. You know them niggas guilty. You was guilty. You're going to the office. I didn't
Oh, you guilty. You like, what the
hell? I don't give a damn. You look guilty. Bring your ass on. And then Steven C. Smith looked like the snitch. Like he the dude who like he all cool during class, but once class over, he go tell, man, it wasn't me, man. It was Jimmy and them guys. It wasn't me. It was them. It was them. You know, I was just trying to keep everything copacetic over here. You know, that's all. You know, all snitching and shit for no reason. Like, nigga, damn tattletale, bro. That's how the show looked. And then Undisputed looked like it looked like Skip called his homeboys over. They all chilling, watching the game, talking shit. And then Richard Sherman go snap because y'all keep cutting Richard Sherman off. Richard like, I'm here to make a goddamn point. God damn it. Nigga, he gonna snap. I can't wait till he snap. With Richard Sherman snap, I'm gonna be watching that bitch. I'm gonna be on the floor crying, dog. Because he looked like he want to get a word off so bad, but he can't. He get either interrupted by Michael Irvin, by Skip, or by Key. So they just said, nigga, just get out the studio. Just be somewhere else. And we'll zoom your ass in. Shit. Cause you ain't finna get no word in with these 3 talking dudes. You ain't finna get in. No word. Crazy. He said Richard Sherman ain't ready yet. Shit, it looked like it. He be trying to say something. They just, man, get him out of here, man. Let me talk today. Playmaker just come on there taking the whole show over. Like, listen, hold on, Skip. Let me say something to this motherfucker. I swear, Michael Irvin remind you of your uncle, dog, who got that cigarette in his mouth and talk the same shit. But you know how cigarettes go away, like they burn down? His cigarettes seem to stay the whole damn day. It's like, how you do that shit? Your cigarette was supposed to burn out a long time ago. Nope, I still got my shit to talk. I said, my shit talk, nephew. Move. Let me talk. Grown talking. Get out the way.
I had an uncle that was like that. I told my uncle one time, I said, Uncle, I love you, but if you ever, I said you do that shit one more time,
Right.
there's gonna be some furniture moving up here.
Right. Exactly. Man, hell yeah, Playmaker be making it happen, man. Playmaker be having me hyped for the show. I be having to go get some water, Gatorade, got my towel next to me because I might sweat with him. Because that nigga stay sweating for no reason. That boy had that 8-ball and went to work. Man, I rock with that boy, though. Playmaker be having me on there crying, laughing like, nigga, you stupid. Oh, man. But yeah, first tape, dog, that shit look like they parents watching them. If they say something wrong, like I'm like, man, we'll see, though. They might make it better. Somebody said the other day, man, you see RCU calling Prime the N-word. Nah, I ain't see that. Oh, TCU calling the N-word.
I guess he talking about the fans.
Yeah, the fans. Nah, I didn't hear about that. They called him the N-word.
They was saying a whole bunch of shit. They was like, F you. I was
Oh
like,
man, that's crazy, dog. They called him the N-word. Yes.
No, this was before the game.
This was before the game?
When they was coming out the tunnel.
Oh man, no, I skipped ahead because I got DVR. I was working that day, so I rewinded and I skipped past that. That's crazy.
And somebody put it on Twitter.
Hater. Go ahead, my bad, Trey. Go ahead.
They put it on Twitter. They was like, "They're supposed to be a Christian school."
Man, Christian schools are the worst schools. They the worst ones. Rob Parker was hating on Dion. Man, Rob Parker hate on everybody, dog. Listen, Rob Parker is a guy who basically says the hot take and shit. He'll say the hot take and then he'll go with it. He'll say a take that is controversial. They wanted Deion Sanders to be like them. Like, yes, Massa, I'm glad I won this game, Massa. They don't like prime time. See, what y'all saw was prime time. That was prime time. That wasn't Deion. That was prime time. And prime, you don't play with like that. If y'all remember Prime back when he was in his Atlanta days, and he hit that one reporter with the cake. He hit him in the face with the cake because people was trying to call him selfish and this and that. And Prime always been a competitive player, always been a team guy. Rob Parker, dog, his thing is Rob Parker he loved finding a person to hate, and then he'll go against it. Him and Jason Sealock, the double O's in his last name, his ass was talking shit because they want Deion to be like, yes, Massa, I'm so happy, Massa, I won this game. Thank you for giving me this game. See, they want him to be like that. They want him to be a house nigga, man. Deion ain't no house nigga. He from Florida, nigga. He right up the road from me. He from Fort Myers. Nigga, Florida people, dog, we don't take kindly to either disrespect, and second of all, we don't take kindly to people who are straight up F boys or F niggas, or we like to call them old pans or old bands. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you figure out those words, what they mean. But we don't take kindly to that. And for them to say that about Deion is just downright disrespectful. But Christian schools, they're the worst schools and shit. Yeah, first take is dog shit. I agree, DC. Yeah, I'm going live on that. Couple minutes. Oh, all right, bet. So, I'm gonna make sure to check it out. Make sure y'all check it out.
He was like, the reason why they said what they said, because he got up on the podium and he told the reporter, like, oh no, we gonna get into this. No. We gonna get into this right now.
But I'm saying, but he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong for that. it's like he had a right to say what he had to say because, dog, they've been talking shit about him like, oh, he can't bring what he did there to this level. How do you know? How do y'all know? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, Dion is a guy who is changing how people are going to be looking at coaches or players or anybody. He's taking everybody with him and growing it. You know, and that's the problem. People don't understand. Now that he has a bigger platform, he's still finna show love to the HBCUs, all of these other people. Dion has always been a high character person. He's always had kindness of his heart to do shit. Now, is he about his money? Yeah, he's about his money, but Dion could always get money. He always can get. He's Dion. What Dion can't get? He's Dion. The thing is about pushing his message to a higher plateau and a platform for everybody to receive it and be able to regurgitate it later to other folks that look like him or don't look like him. Yeah, A-Dub, My Adventures with Superman go hard, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like that comic book. It's sort of like it, but watch it, dog. Like it's on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network. You can check it out. The show go hard, man. The show is amazing. They depicted Superman. This is him in his first years, like year one, basically. Superman. And you got Lois. Lois has a shortcut. I like this Lois better than all the other Loises that they've depicted. Well, I don't know. The animated series Lois was good, so I don't know. I think she's right under her. So, but it's good. You ought to take a look at it. I would take a look at it. You know, it's a good show. Real good. I give it the only reason I didn't give it 4 out of 4, I gave it 3.5 out of 4 is because the Lois shit with the Loises coming in and the alternate realities, and I hate when shit does that. just keep it right here in the context we're in and go from there. Yeah, Snowblind. You got to see Snowblind too on the Mortal Kombat movie. And make sure you see Cage Match, the 4th installment of Mortal Kombat Legends. It's coming out, I think, October, November. That's going to go hard too. That's about Johnny Cage. The first 2 were about Scorpion. Well, the first one was Scorpion's Revenge. That was about Scorpion getting revenge. Part 2 was about, of course, Shao Kahn, and then these people that was on the low trying to release the demon and all of that crap. Then Snowblind was part 3. Snowblind basically is an alternate future where Kano takes over. It's real dope. Real dope. Kano, I think it's the best one to me. I got Snowblind, and then I got Scorpion's Revenge, and then I got the second one. Yeah, the Johnny Cage come out. It's called Cage Match. You can look up the trailer and you'll see it. It go hard. Cage Match is gonna go hard. That's the 4th installment of the Mortal Kombat Legends. And shout out to BG for being free today, man. BG got out today. Salute to my brother BG. My fellow Virgo brother. You know, he got freed today. Just let y'all know, man. You got to be careful of the decisions you make in your life. Oh yeah, I forgot Champ Bailey played both sides of the ball too. My birthday was great. I got drunk and swam in the pool. So I was good, yo.
When was your birthday, man?
Monday, Labor Day, the 4th.
Oh yeah, oh shit. Happy related birthday, man.
Appreciate it.
How old you turn, man? 58?
No, my body feels 68. I turned 38.
30, still young.
My body don't feel like it.
Shit. And your body don't feel like it. You know what that means? Man? You gotta hit the gym, man.
No, yeah, it's that too. It's that I be delivering all day, be on my legs and feet.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah, man. That shit will wear you out.
Mm-hmm.
I actually miss doing deliveries and shit. Now I just be in the office bored as fuck. But it's boring, but it's a job. So
What's that?
doing office work, I mean I get out with the like with our clients, like I get out with them, but mainly I be in the office. That shit boring.
Yeah, at least you ain't in the sun burning the hell up.
Shit.
HD ever. Yeah, I played O-line in high school and I played D-line and I played inside backer in college. So yeah, the O-line I played offensive guard. And on the D line, I played D tackle, D end, and I played some outside backer, depending on the formations. And in college, I played middle linebacker. But yeah, O line, yeah, I know about O line. Appreciate the super chat, Sino. MK is back. Yeah, it is. Mortal Kombat is coming back with cage matches. Mortal Kombat Legends. It's like an animation, but the shit go hard. The last one was Snowblind. The first one is Scorpion's Revenge, then the Battle of Realms, then Snowblind, and then we having cage match. Snowblind, the best one out of all three of them so far to me. But Scorpion's Revenge go hard though. Scorpion, I mean, it's basically like the movie that we just saw, but it was different. Like they actually were in a tournament, but Scorpion was doing his own tournament while they were having a tournament and just mopping people up. Shit was ridiculous. And then he accidentally killed somebody he wasn't supposed to kill.
Yeah.
So Scorpion was OP'd as hell in that movie.
You know, the shit, Battle of the Realms, though.
Oh, Battle of Realms went hard. Yeah, where they fought with Liu Kang turned into the fire god, the flame god, and that nigga was just flying through the air. I said, yo, dog, Liu Kang is raw.
No fatalities, man.
Oh, they were sick, weren't they, dog?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's all the movie got to do is watch those Mortal Kombat Legends. Dog, they movies will be raw. But see, they don't want to do that shit. They want to make these soft ass movies and introduce a character called Cole. It's like, who the hell is this nigga Cole?
Man, don't nobody they don't even like him, like nobody for real. They like, man, get this dude out of here.
Right.
Like I seen a comment where my boy was like, man, it should have just been Johnny Cage. I'm like, yeah. Should have just been Johnny Cage.
But see, that's what they did on the Mortal Kombat Legends. Johnny Cage was in the first two. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The third one, you know, that was a whole different story, but he was in the first two.
Yeah. But Snowblind went hard though too though.
Man, Snowblind was my shit, especially when he threw the sword.
Yeah.
And that shit was going in a circle. Kano spit his damn drink out. He was like, did this nigga just throw his sword? And he's like, this nigga, me and my brother was crying laughing. But I had to rewind that part back because it was so funny. Because you know how he was just chilling and he said, y'all just go ahead and, take care of him like he was some, like he was some flunky. And he just threw the sword and cut everybody up. And then he caught that bitch and start whooping. I said, Kato said, she spit out his drink, said, oh shit, this dude's serious. I said, dog, he is serious. Like, yeah, dog, that nigga serious, yo. I wouldn't even try to fight with him.
I just like the development of Kenshi. Like that shit was dope, bro.
Yeah, Kenshi, I liked that. Because you didn't really know that much about him. And then as you were going through the story, it hooked you. You were hooked to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And the development was great.
Yeah, and how Shang Tsung was, and he set him up like he played him for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like him going blind, but shit, he became a better person being blind.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was dope.
Yeah, it was. Because he could see with that sword, and then he learned how to fight without the sword. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit was dope. And then how they showed Sub-Zero little brother training him. That was dope too.
Yeah.
Because remember Scorpion killed the first Sub-Zero. He thought he was the one who killed his village and his wife and kid. But it wasn't him. It was basically the dude who tricked him, which was that evil dude and shit. Shang Kui or whatever his name is, Hai Kui. I can't think of his name. But he tricked him and shit. And then that's when Scorpion found out in part 2, his brother. If you didn't watch the first 2, you're not gonna understand when they meet each other in Snowblind. You gotta watch the first 2 to understand their relationship. That's why he told them, like, is it time? Did you go crazy yet? He was like, nope, I'm about to. and they went down there and effed the whole castle up, dog. I said, yo, this is my movie now, dog. Because Scorpion Revenge is dope too. And Battle of Realms is dope, but Snowblind was my shit. I was sorry. When that nigga was holding the sword and shit, and he could just see everything clearly and shit. That shit was dope. That was dope as hell. And Kano as a bad guy was raw. How he did Shang Tsung was so dirty, dog. He left Shang Tsung up. I was like, thank you, because I've always hated Shang Tsung. I hate this dude. I'm like, dude, do you have any moves, nigga? You just take everybody moves.
Yeah, he's really just a weasel, man. Like,
right.
He's just a weasel. Like he always, he'd try to like leech off of what Shao Kahn had going on. Like,
right.
Like let me get beside him. So I ain't really got to do that much work, but when he get done doing what he doing, I'm gonna take their soul.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, but them the best ones. Like when the MK movie, like the last one, like I was like, man, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Like, cause it was a lot of parts I like, but
and what
the Mortal Kombat movie.
Which one? You talking about the first? You talking about the live action one?
Yeah, the last one they dropped.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was whack ass Cole Young.
Yeah.
Really, like I tell people, the best part about the movie was Kano and Sub-Zero.
Oh man, absolutely. My part was when Kung Lao had the chick go through the his hat, where he cut her ass up.
Yeah, that was the or whatever her name is. She was on like the older like Mortal Kombat games, but like everybody was like kind of like asking for, but like because people be like shitting on, and I like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but it'd be like the new generation shitting on it. But I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna see with the new movie. And then the new movie came out and they was complaining about Kong Lao dying. And I'm like, he died before. Like, that ain't the first time he died. Like, but y'all don't understand that. Cause y'all ain't no like real Mortal Kombat fans for real. Like Kong Lao died before. Johnny Cage died before. Like, but somebody gotta die. Like, it's Mortal Kombat. That's how I go. Somebody gotta die. Like shit, the good guys ain't gonna always win. Shit. But it was cool. And people was like mad about Goro, but I'm like, they paid $1 million for that CGI and they didn't want to pay that again, so that's why they got rid of him. But
Which one?
he did go out like a sucker a little bit. Goro on a live action movie, the Mortal Kombat.
And yeah, they sent him to go fight a damn flunky.
Yeah.
Like, why would you send your guy who just a champion of the world? Why would you have him go fight a flunky? It was like that was dumb.
Yeah. But shit, I liked how Sub-Zero, man, that boy was like Jason, boy, Michael Myers type shit. Like that's the type of shit Sub-Zero was on. That boy was
Oh man, Sub-Zero is the truth.
he was a straight up villain. Like it was dope.
And everybody's like, man. I was like, well, I told y'all that what you call that movie, bro, that Barbie movie is out of here.
What
Oh
movie?
my gosh.
What movie?
The Barbie movie.
The Bali?
Barbie.
Barbie.
Oh, the
I
Barbie. Yeah, I
haven't
mean,
checked that
I didn't know it was a movie out Barbie until somebody, my nieces told me about it. If you seen the
out.
stream feed, my niece was on Sino shit, just told the whole movie. I told her nobody probably saw it. They was like, it's cool, she could tell the whole movie. I was like, all right, bet, because I ain't gonna go watch that shit. Like straight up.
And then when Cino was it broke. I think he said it made like over
Yeah.
$1 billion.
Well, yeah, of course, because you got to remember, Barbie been around for millennia, nigga. Like since what, the 70s? Barbie been around a long time. And then not only that, like the movie ain't nothing but a feminist movement movie. My niece broke that down and she like a 10 or 11. She was like, all it is a feminist movie empowering women and crap. I said, what? Little nigga, how you know that shit? That's why I be saying
I think she been around you a little bit too long.
man, way too goddamn long, dog. Cause she know I don't like that feminist bullshit. Cause that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, but she broke the movie down like to a T. And I was like, I ain't gonna be watching this shit now. After you done said all that shit.
Yeah, but then everybody was like, everybody was so shocked. I was like, I'm not shocked. I said it from the beginning. I said, dog, do you know how many women, children play with Barbie dolls as a kid?
Yeah, but why would people be surprised? It's like that's something you don't be surprised about at all.
Then Cito was talking about the merchandise. I was like, well, I knew the merchandise was gonna sell.
Mm-hmm. Everybody did. But that's how it is, though. But I knew that movie was going to sell out record numbers. If you didn't know that, then you're just an idiot. You lived under a rock your whole life. Because Barbie's one of the top grossing merchandise, and I think one of the biggest selling things in merchandise. Like, I think it's up there.